she is this beautiful, imaginative character that can start to shift the paradigm of how we look at ourselves, how I look at myself as a queer person, down to like how queer people dress.
So I loved Harlem. I loved all the Black girl magic, and I look forward to everyone watching. So Meagan, what attracted you to this project specifically? And was it fun being in this dynamic of just a foursome, like for the duration of filming?
Yeah. It's been definitely one of the highlights of my career and life. Like, you know, to be in a place where you really love the character that you're playing. You really love the people that you're working with. You really love like just the experience that you're having, because, you know, my kind of motto is like, even if you're working, it's a day in your life that you never get back. And so you want every day to be rich and full and to enjoy yourself and to do something that feels purposeful. And that's exactly what this show is for me. And I so connected to 𝐒𝐿 because like there's so much of like who she is that I am that people don't know. And I haven't really got a chance to play a character like this. And I knew this was the kind of thing, the kind of character that I wanted to play, and to read the script that Tracy, like, I mean, I was just like, oh, it'd be a blessing if I get this. And then I got it. And then, yeah, so everything about this experience is just, it's really been epic and a blessing, and one I'm like so proud of and excited to share with people.
And Jerrie, your character is such a proud and beautiful representation of the LGBTQ plus culture. I actually spoke with 𝐒𝐿 Smith not too long ago, and I told her that I was very happy to see a love tale, because I feel like that was such a non-stereotypical portrayal of Black
life.
Yes,
I love that. And my friends did amazing. Yes.
Yes, and I feel like your character, 𝐸, is truly an embodiment of that. It's really an extension of what 𝐒𝐿 did in her project. So how pivotal do you feel that 𝐸 is to the audience that will be watching?
Well, I think it's so pivotal because there is no character that I've seen, that I've experienced in television who exists in this way. A queer, Black, masculine presenting / androgynous woman who owns her own tech company, which, I mean, the amount of Black people that own their own tech company versus the amount of Black women that own their own tech company. And there's no data supporting Black queer people who own their own tech company, right? It's just a small amount of people, a small amount of Black people in tech. And so I think 𝐸 starts the conversation of how do we begin to get Black people at an earlier age in the tech sector? How do we give Black people access to tech? And even the fact that she owns a company that supports LGBTQ people trying to date and trying to create a safe space for that is something that also doesn't exist, right? So I think she is this beautiful, imaginative character that can start to shift the paradigm of how we look at ourselves, how I look at myself as a queer person, down to like how queer people dress. And Deirdre, who is the costume designer, was amazing in that we had lots of conversations about not wanting to like make 𝐸 a stereotypical butch female, right? Like, how do we elevate a conversation that's already being had? And also, if you're walking down the streets of Harlem, if you're walking down the streets of Brooklyn, you see fly ass people. People are dressed to the nines to walk their dog, to go get some groceries. And so that element being put on top of what Tracy already wrote is just, it just makes this, I think, transformative in terms of 𝐸 and also all four of the characters.
Now, obviously, we're seeing the complexities or the struggles of dating in this new world. You mentioned the whole idea of bringing technology into the situation. And Meagan, your character, 𝐒𝐿, is really on this quest to show what a boss woman looks like and taking power and taking control, you know, in the dating world. And, you know, for women in their 30s, they might feel the need to start settling and knocking some things off of their list. But you did the opposite in your personal life. You know, fans of yours know your story, and we've read your book, and, you know, you said, I'm not going to settle. So what advice would you give to the 30 and over crowd who's going to watch this show, who are kind of in that space of, you know, dating and trying to figure it out?
you're not crazy. We're all trying to figure it out. And I think that sometimes you're made to feel badly because you don't have it all figured out. But the truth is nobody does. And I think it's really about knowing your self-worth and if you don't know, working at it every day and knowing that you deserve God's best and knowing that whoever comes into your life has to complement where God is taking you. And you don't have to settle, and I don't know. We're all figuring it out, though. I think that's important to say because it's not said enough. And we're often feel awkward because we think it's just us and it's not.
And as soon as we think we have it figured out, God comes and shakes it up.
Bam.
Yeah, a whole plot twist. So
precisely.
Jerrie, like I said, I love the dynamics of the friendship. I love that there's the dating aspect of the show. There's the career aspect of the show, and your characters all portray you guys at different stages of your life, whether that's in love, in career, within your actual circle of friends. So what themes and lessons do you want viewers to take away when they watch this series?
That it's okay to be successful, and women are successful and can be successful in spaces that we're not seen to be successful, where there's not representation of us being successful in. And also, like, we have to take care of ourselves and each other. We have to know that, like, in the quest to be the best whatever at whatever, we can't forget love. And that doesn't have to mean a monogamous romantic love, right? It can mean that, but familial love, friendship, getting back to a deep sense of self-love, always looking to like what it is that your heart desires in any given moment. And I think something beautiful about Ty is kind of in the moment where she's realizing what is important, but also the things that maybe she doesn't think is important or haven't had time to think about. Her world gets shaken up, and the universe is like, okay, well, you have to now think about this and figure it out. And for her, I would like for her to know, right, that you can do all the things that you want to do and be vulnerable and like have love in whatever way that fits like your life. And just knowing that it's so nuanced. Everybody's experience is so nuanced, and wherever you are, that's okay, because life is a journey, not a destination. And the list that you spoke about, checking stuff off the list, I think we just need to get rid of the list.
Yes.
And follow our instincts.
I agree.
Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you both. I look forward to everyone being able to stream the show. And I spoke to a few other of the cast members earlier, and I just let them know that this is definitely filling a hole in what we're consuming. So well done. And again, thank you guys so much.
Amen.